Hey Spuds, it's Jamie, welcome back to another video first on the channel. I don't know, but welcome either way, and I'm very glad to have you here to help me get through today's video of transvestigators. Oh my goodness, we're looking at more examples of people who just think everybody is trans, and they scrutinize other people for the tiniest little detail, and they're like,
they have a female skull. They have a finger length ratio that is 7 to 10. They have collarbones. They're a little bit too straight. They have big fingertips.
it's very bizarre, and sometimes it's just in the eyes. So transvestigators are basically people who investigate other people, mostly celebrities, pretty much always celebrities in this case, and basically say, this person is trans, that person is trans for XYZ reasons. They are very transphobic, they never use the right pronouns, they're very disrespectful in the language they use. It's a ride. We've done this several times on the channel before, so welcome in for another one today. I hope you're gonna enjoy it. Oh my god, does anybody remember the Hawk Tour girl?
Oh, you gotta give him that hawk tour and spit on that thing, you get me?
Do we remember her? LMAO, who made this Baphomet pose, as above so below. Oh my god, so because there's a couple images of her doing this pose with her hands, right, okay, and then what does that have to do with being trans? Are you awake yet? Male skull. All of these transvestigators think they have x-ray vision. There is no way that you can tell the actual shape of somebody's skull from a photograph where there's like tissue on top of a skull. You can only tell the shape of a skull if you can see the actual skull. That's very... No, you do not have x-ray vision. You are not a supervillain. What's this? Hawk Tour is a mantra. Okay, I think she was just making a sound. And then, oh goodness, I don't know what the other stuff means, but are they trying to like link it to the devil and stuff as well? So not like trans and devil. Ooh, this is very bizarre. Tightrope walker, knees out, female. Is that Kit Connor from Heartstopper? It's ridiculous whoever they pick on, but they're trying to say Kit Connor has a female skull, and they've put a female skull over his face, and the jawline and the chin shape, like on what world would that skull actually exist under his face? That is just physically impossible, and I do not understand what they're talking about with the walk. Doesn't everybody have their knees out a bit when they're walking? You kind of have to bend them to walk. Bizarre behavior. We suspended your group. Transvestigation disclosure now. Group has been suspended. Wow, isn't that wonderful? Okay, the other thing with transvestigators is it has a lot of racist roots, and a lot of transvestigators and a lot of groups have a disproportionate focus on black women, and certain black women. So like Michelle Obama gets a lot of shit from transvestigators, and the Williams sisters as well, who play tennis, they get a lot. And it's just, no, all the bigotry coming together under one wonderfully horrible group. But yay, they were suspended. They started a new one. Smith family transvestigation. I believe they are inverts doing witchcraft on your family. They think every single member of the Smith family is trans. So Will Smith, Jaden and Willow, all trans. An entire trans family. And what they're going to say next? That Will actually carried the kids because he's trans. Oh, what is this? Oh, we have a video. Glenn Close. Helen Hunt. Oh. Sigourney Weaver. Now, the thing is, if you took a photo of anybody, they could be the most stereotypically masculine or stereotypically feminine person ever. If you took that photo and you ran it through like some kind of face app that morphed them into the other gender and masculinized or feminized their facial features and their appearance, gave them stubble, took away stubble, whatever, you're going to be like,
Ha, see, it works. They look like a man now.
and so someone's taken a bunch of women celebrities, put them through some kind of app to make their faces more masculine, and I'm assuming that's their like, see, I told you, look at how well it fits. Anybody put your own face, little transvestigator, through this app and you will also be shocked. Oh my god, you're trans. Brooke, shit, they just done so many. Jodie Foster, Tori Spelling, Daryl, I don't know all of these people. It's so bizarre because it's like, doesn't Taylor Swift look a bit like Taylor Lautner? It's so bizarre because it's really subtle in many ways, and then suddenly it's like, oh, here comes the beard. Like, they still look like them, but just mask versions. Why why are people doing this? Who has time to find all of these photos and edit them all this way? This doesn't make sense. I just want to know the purpose. Do I want to know the purpose? I don't know, but my big question is just why? This doesn't prove anything. All of these people, they look very different to one another. They have really different facial features, jaw lines, face sizes, head sizes, chins, everything. And they're all really feminine. Sometimes I'm like, if you're going to be a transvestigator, don't. But if you insist, at least make it make sense sometimes. It's like going after Kit Connor and saying he's clearly got a female skull when he has an incredibly wide, strong jawline. And that's a big thing that they go after women for, saying,
her jawline is too strong, she's actually a man.
Because, you know, they don't really say trans, they say actually a man or actually a woman, because they're very disrespectful. They counter out their own arguments between different people that they transvestigate. And this one, they're not even transvestigated, they've just morphed all of these women to be more masculine and have stubble. Is she a real woman or a pretender? So you switch genders because you suck in the men category of Olympics. Oh god, just no, just icky. It's just transphobia, misogyny, racism. It's all the bigotry just brought together with like this overarching facade of like going after celebrities for being trans because they just hate everybody. Very sad. Here we go, folks. The Leah Thomas, all laid out for easy understanding. Transvestigation disclosure now. Oh, the group that was shut down. Okay. Leah Thomas inversion. So if you don't know, Leah Thomas is an athlete. She's a trans woman and faced a butt ton of hate over competing in the women's category of swimming, and it was just ridiculous. So like, you might be watching this video if you've not watched one of these before and being like, well, there are actual trans celebrities, what do they say about them? They think they transitioned before and now they've transitioned back. So like Elliot Page was like assigned male at birth, transitioned to a woman, and now has transitioned back to being a man. That's what they believe. So I'm assuming that's what they're thinking of Leah Thomas as well. So all Olympic female athletes are males to begin with. Oh, this is getting deep. You know, that's a lot of people. This isn't now just your kind of A-list celebrities, musicians, people in film and TV and everything. This is now like every athlete, every single woman athlete is actually, no, trans. A giant/hybrid female can be huge, especially if they take testosterone and or steroids. Look at NFL and NBA stars, Schwarzenegger and The Rock. They think they're all trans too. Oh. These invert stories in the news are designed to upset humans, and they are almost always inverted. I don't even know what that is. Oh, psychological operation, a form of military operation that targets the emotional and mental state of the enemy. Every single time I do one of these videos, it gets deeper and deeper and more bizarre. Oh my god. Oh my god. Most, if not all, outed inverts are double flipped. Like Caitlyn Jenner, who was born female, then inverted to male to be Olympic athlete, then later went back to female. FTMTF. Gotta ring FTMTF. What's the MTFTM? Oh god. Other double flippers include RuPaul. RuPaul is a drag queen. RuPaul is not a trans woman. What? Jazz Jennings, Chaz Bono. Why did they do the wrong name there? Elliot Page, Dylan Mulvaney, and more. So what have they done? I'm really confused about what they... So have they taken other athletes who are women, but cis women? And they're calling them male, and they're saying that Leah Thomas is female because flaring hip and hip dip. Oh, it's so bananas to me. There's no consistency in transphobia. I mean, it's because it's not based in logic, so it's very difficult for a group of people to come together and sound logical and have consistent points that they're talking about when there is actually just nothing there. Oh dear god, I need a break for a second. That was a lot, and I really think transvestigators need some sound advice on how to respect other people and not be incredibly bizarre. Speaking of sound advice, let's take a much needed breather from the transvestigators to talk about earhole accessories. Yes, literally some sound advice I have for you right now. I use my pair of Raycon everyday earbuds, well, every day, and they're literally the only earbuds I ever use because they're super comfortable, super easy to connect, and they sound great. Thank you to Raycon for sponsoring today's video. And actually, Raycon's quality rivals that of some of the biggest names in premium audio, but they start at half the price, which is already a super great deal. So if you're looking for some new earbuds, you know where to look. But an even greater deal is on top of these great prices. They still have Black Friday sales. So if you're wanting some new buds for your ears, then Raycons are irresistible. I'm sorry, there will be more puns, but you know where to look if you want a pair of Raycons. I went for a black pair, but these little guys come in a variety of lovely colors colours, so you don't have to go for the stereotypical black like me. Nothing wrong with a classic, although I was tempted by the green. It was a close call, but I really think black amplifies the yellow sunset case I chose. Obviously I went for yellow because it is my favourite colour. Let me know what colour combo you go for. And not only do the cases look great, but they also support wireless charging, and who doesn't love a little bit of wireless charging, because who hates wires? Everybody. You'll get 90 minutes of battery life with just 10 minutes of charging without even having to take the case off. That is very handy and like music to my ears. And fully charged, they have a battery life of 32 hours, which is even more handy because I truly suck at remembering to charge things. So if you're like me, I can really recommend getting yourself a pair. They will be your best buds, literally. The battery life is also really handy because I use them every day throughout the day. And good earbuds are a must with my job because of editing, finding transphobic videos to call out, and blocking out distractions whilst I'm getting in the groove with new ideas. And they're very effective at blocking out these distractions because of their active noise cancellation.
Hey Mom. Yeah, it's alright, I've got time. What's up?
It even comes in useful for non-work related activities. How would you use your Raycon earbuds? Comment down below and go grab yourself a pair at buyraycon.com/Jammidodger and go get yourself up to 30% off right now site-wide. That's buyraycon.com/Jammidodger today for up to 30% off. Oh yeah. Thank you very much for listening, and now back to the Transvestigators before I get in any trouble for these awful puns. I think they're great actually. Unfortunately, I have my Raycon noise cancelling earbuds to block out any groaning that might be going on right now. Jennifer Garner is a gay man. What the hell? So they've edited that photo, that what's up with her eyes, that eye, male jawline, male shoulders. Please learn how to, oh my god, running man. This is so rude. A guy with long hair. But then they use hair length as a reason why people aren't actually cis, like celebrities. This is a boy. Okay, but that's quite a cute photo. She did look a little tomboyish as a child. Male shoulders, man face, man jaw, man neck. One, Jennifer Garner does have a strong jawline. If you take a photo under certain lighting, that is gonna really amplify the shape of that jaw. But also, the shape of a jaw does not change somebody's gender. The shape of a jaw does not mean somebody is trans or not. It's like, look at a photo of Kit Connor, and I'm using Kit Connor as an example because they used him earlier and said that he had a female skull. Look at the jawline on this guy. Why? Okay, the main thing that irritates me about this is the bigotry. But then second to that is just the nonsense. Like, at least try and make it make sense. On one hand, you're saying Kit Connor is trans and was born female because he has a female skull. And you're saying that with the jawline he's got. And on the other hand, you're taking Jennifer Garner and saying that she's actually a gay man because of the jawline and other really random reasons. But like a big one that comes up is male jaw. And it's like, but no, because you can't use a strong jawline in somebody to be like, female, and then a strong jawline in somebody else and go, male. No. And the awful thing is as well, is if any of these people that they transvestigate actually turn out to be trans and they just haven't told people and they transitioned before they were famous, this is awful because it's misgendering, it's picking apart somebody's body and the way they look and the way they stand, the way they walk, the way they dress, their hair, like everything about them. They're minutely dissecting and criticizing and then calling people the wrong gender or saying that they're trans or saying this and that about them. And it's just some of the most bizarre behavior. So this is Rihanna. The neck speaks for itself. Testosterone necks can't give birth. Testosterone. I don't think a neck has ever given birth. I am on Rihanna. He have put a spell on you. I'm gonna break it by any means necessary. It's that important to me. What is it about Rihanna's neck? It's nothing. You are seeing things nobody else can see. There is literally nothing unusual or different about her neck. And they're like, oh, we need to out this massive conspiracy to protect people. It's like, even if all the celebrities are trans, why is that a problem? It's not. They just don't like trans people. What is this? We all need to expose this. Men dress like women. It's just the same thing, and women dress like men. They're just taking celebrities and putting them through a face-up. It's the transgender train that Macaulay Culkin, they roll out again and again. And they think they're clever because they can rhyme. Look at all the photos. This is so weird of famous people you'll see Danny DeVito. They're mocking the masses, and they do it quietly. Did that just say Bruce No Willis? My God. Cameron Diaz. The two fingers sign? It's for the Baphomet. Oh. They got Bruce Willis again. Female on the top, the male below. What? Oh, they go after Pink a lot. See it yet? But you're literally doing this. You are putting them through an app to change it. Nobody would say anything prior to doing edits. And that is a thing. Sometimes they post edited photos of people. Oh my God. I mean, mask Angelina Jolie. But yeah. Oh my God. Victoria and David Beckham. Wow. David Beckham looks like somebody, but I don't know who. Maybe Jennifer Garner. Isn't that ironic? Hollywood's directed by the Devils. Oh dear God. The Devil's Hand. The man's a woman. The woman's a man. We've been played too long. Oh, is that it? Okay, it's done. That's bananas. What is going on? No. So they're like, they're mad that they've been tricked or something? Like, trans people aren't fooling you. Like, literally, even if all these celebrities were trans and they decided not to disclose that, they're not fooling you. They're not tricking you. They're not slipping under the table. They seem to... Who is Baphomet? They seem to have a problem with that. Occult, pagan. Okay, so viewed as bad. Are lots of transvestigators religious and they think that it's like worshipping the devil or something? This is very odd. Wow. Okay, been a while since I've posted. That's probably for the best, but I'm watching Alfred Hitchcock's movie The Birds, and the lead actress Tippi Hedren's Apple Adams. Did I say Apple Adams? Adams apple be poppin'. The Adams apple be poppin'. Lol. So I decided to research a bit more. I think what many don't realize about this is that it's generational. These creatures were born into it and groomed from day one. I also was unaware that Melanie Griffin was Tippi's daughter. Ew, that was just horrible as well, because I guess they're doing bunny quotes because they're saying Tippi Hedren is a trans woman. She couldn't have given birth to her daughter, and so therefore not really her daughter, which is awful on both like a level for trans people than people who have to take different routes to have families, because wherever someone's child comes from, IVF, adoption, whatever, that's still somebody's child. It's not daughter, it's just daughter. And Dakota Johnson from 50 Shades of Grey is Melanie Griffin's daughter. When I look at them now, all I see are men in dresses. Been going on since the beginning of time. I literally cannot see an Adam's apple. There's a shadow on her neck, which is just this bit here is different to the Adam's apple. There is no Adam's apple in these photos. I had no idea that that was a lineage. The actress from The Birds all the way down to 50 Shades of Grey. How fascinating. No, this is absolute bullcrap. This is so bizarre. And it's like men in dresses, because that's how they would describe trans women. Disgusting. Sometimes they don't even bother trying to hide it. Patti LuPone, they think she's trans. And then what do they think the photos prove? So like at least the ones that have the little skulls and arrows and the things and the pointings and the, oh, look at this bit. Like maybe they've put some effort in, which they really shouldn't have bothered. So maybe this is better, but I'm just looking at this and I'm like, okay, so you've gathered a bunch of screenshots of this woman from Google and gone, not even trying to hide it. Look, what am I looking at? A woman with shorter hair. Is that what you're getting at? No. The ugly big feet don't fit in the shoes. I always wonder when growing up why they have big ugly feet. Oh, rude. I don't know if anybody's feet really stay in those shoes. They look mighty uncomfortable. I bet you didn't wonder. You didn't wonder growing up why some women celebrities have larger feet. You didn't care. You've just been brainwashed into thinking that everybody's trans and is trying to trick you, and it's all very personal and like, how dare they? No. Foot size, shut up. And also, I can see here, fine, there's maybe a bit of like toe hangage, not that it means anything, but like in the bottom one, I can't see the others because they need to be expanded, but there's a bottom one and like her toes are not hanging over at all. At all. K-pop ladies are army lads. Number 6! I create content for my job. I create quite a bit of content. I do not create the level of content that these people create. Like, just the amount of photographs they put together and the annotations on them and the amount of posts that these people do, it's ridiculous. I'm like, at this point, you must do nothing else but trawl the internet and scrutinize other people's bodies and be a transphobic bigot, transphobic, misogynistic, racist, probably homophobic, bigot. God. Male arms, male chest, male pelvis. That literally doesn't even follow the line of the body. Not that you can see it. I'm gonna sit here and say it's different, but you definitely can't say that that's what it. No, baby. What the hell is wrong with these people? Honestly. Oh, God forbid a woman has a slight little bit of muscle or tonage in her arms. No, a man. Getting so fed up with this. Female arms are nothing like this. Are you kidding me? Females do not have arm muscles or the carrying angle of a male. If you are a woman, you're not allowed to have any muscles in your arms. Your arms are made of bone, skin, and tendons. And fine, you may have blood vessels, but no muscles. Holy shit. Feminized male jaws. What is this? No. Stormy Daniels might be trans. Why? Who cares? Clavicles only give about 90% accuracy. They think the shape of your clavicles give 90% accuracy on whether you are trans or not? So here, they think that straight across clavicles, what are mine? I don't know. Why do they dip? Is that normal? I've never thought about my clavicles. Here, let's go for this one. It's more obvious. They think straight clavicles are like masculine and like V clavicles. Am I like in between or are they straight? But the thing is, you can change the shape. Like if you're shrugging slightly, immediately a V. If you drop your shoulder, a lot straighter across. And so they think that the shape, whether it's like this or like this, is 90% accurate when you can change it with the shrug of a shoulder. Jesus. Gait based on pelvis size is the 100% accurate marker. It wasn't a deep dive if it concludes based on clavicles. Learn transvestigation in full. Men go downstairs with both knees punching forward. Angelina Jolie is a biological man. In the image they've provided, I cannot see her knees. I do not care though. I don't need to see her knees because I am not weird. The way you go down the stairs is 100% accurate. Men go downstairs with both knees forward. That makes no sense. I don't understand. What, so women are supposed to go down the stairs with both knees pointing away from each other? Just do a little waddle? 100% accurate. Tiffany Trump is pregnant with first baby, Donald reveals at campaign event. Don't worry, we're not going to get into all of the stuff that's happened there. Men cannot get pregnant. The former president announced that his youngest daughter is having a baby during a campaign event in Detroit on Thursday. They've transvestigated one of Trump's children. And the moment they've decided to do this is when it's announced that she's pregnant. That seems like a very logical time to do it.
Men cannot get pregnant. Tiffany Trump is not pregnant.
Shocker. More than a few in something would. They've replaced the holly with a different word that I'm not going to say. Are trans. Almost as if the recent push to accept the community was a coordinated way to allow the closets to be flipped open without scrutiny. Flip the closets. Oh, right. So they think that there's a coordinated push to be more trans accepting so that all of these celebrities who are secretly trans can come out the closet and not face scrutiny. Right. Clearly, no scrutiny here. Chrissy Teigen. These people are sick. Her posts about babies are twisted. Billie Eilish has always been suspect. Interesting part, they lie to protect a lifestyle and in the same breath want others to accept their choice to indoctrinate children. Fake baby bumps run rampant. Taylor Swift. #babygate. What the hell? They do go after Taylor Swift a lot for some reason. I highly suspect it's just because she's one, very famous, and two, tall. But then again, Billie Eilish is not tall, right? Like, there's no flow. It's like they haven't even sat down and gone,
Okay, let's write a little rule book for when we say people are trans.
it's not that. They've just gone,
Every celebrity is trans, therefore we must find something about every celebrity that says they're trans. Cancels another one out, doesn't matter. We'll post them individually. Nobody will notice.
and then it's got like the old transphobic trope of like,
Indoctrinating the children.
sure, Jan. He is a man. If it has an Adam's apple, it has a banana. The use of it as well. I'm aware that there are some people that go by those pronouns, but a vast majority of people that would be extremely offensive to and should never be done unless somebody has explicitly stated they're comfortable with being referred to in that way. Like calling somebody it. Yeah, see, male straight across female. And then they've got this very awkwardly angled photo of Angelina Jolie where you can't even see the angle of the clavicles, and even if you could, it didn't matter because they said only 90% accuracy. I guess that's why the other person said, look at how she walks down the stairs. This is how we confirm it 100%.
If there's an apple, there's a banana.
Little fruit salad. No, this is bullshit. Pretty sure all these are men. I will focus on the ugliest abomination. I put some family in there as well. Pretty sure. I'm not going to show the photos in this post because I don't even know who they are. But what's been said about them is really horrible. Once a community is accepted as a norm, they will come out and have their moment. It's all planned, worshipping false idols and gods. Oh dear God. Oh no. So this was a video that was actually really cute. I can't remember what brand it was for, but it was for like a brand. It was Mask. They've got a guy who was using it and getting dressed and stuff, and he's like a larger guy, and someone's gone after him because of that. So sick of looking at these boobs. I swear this has come across my Facebook feed over 20 times. I'm so sick of looking at these areolas. I believe this is an FTM female to male trans man that Walmart is using in the advertising, pushing in endocrine disruptors, make you gay, wink. I mean, does it have anything to do with making you gay? I didn't think Walmart was involved in this advert. I thought it was a specific brand, like a deodorant thing or something. I do not remember Walmart being mentioned. He's a larger guy. He doesn't have boobs. That's so weird. It's like they'll hone in so much on one thing and then completely ignore the fact that does something like a bald head and a beard not represent anything to them? If they pick up on the most minute of details, did they question his clavicles? Did they question the way he was? No, just the fact that he's larger and has a chest, right? Some cis men do have gynecomastia though. It doesn't make them trans. Jennifer Lopez is a transgender, biological male, MTF, male to female. James Woods is also a transgender, a biological female, FTM. They were executed long ago. Huh? Oh, what? Like they transitioned long ago? Or they were... No, because they're talking about them in present tense. In X and other social networks, AI programs are written for them. Transgenders in the US and almost all industrial. Every man and woman you see on TV, movies, and social media is transgendered. Ugh. And look, here they've gone for like the skull shape and the walk. And what's here? Narrow, flat pancake shoulders. Never heard of that before. Do you have pancake shoulders? They sound delicious. Ice Cube fails the forensic test / bio-female skull match. 5 times the female gait, legs crossed, 1 foot behind the other, 1 times flamingo foot. But thanks for playing CSI with me. It's all of them, no exceptions. Jesus. Right. Again, that's the skull outline just doesn't work. And what? No. So they're saying the male gait, is it they call it? So walking, there's space. And with female, no space. The knees are angled towards each other. I'm very tired. Laugh with Dave, but they're an invert too, making you chuckle while deceiving you. At everyone. Dave Chappelle. The irony. Thing is that they call anybody, like they've gone after J.K. Rowling. They said that J.K. Rowling is trans. And part of the reason why they said that is because of how obsessed she is with trans people. So no celebrity is immune. Thing is, what if one of the transvestigators became a celebrity? Or what if a celebrity was a transvestigator? Do they still think they're trans? I mean, they do go after their own, as we've already seen. Dolly Parton. I don't understand those lyrics. What? Dolly has a perfectly shaped male skull and an Adam's apple. What does this tell you? Nothing? That you don't have x-ray vision? You don't know what kind of skull Dolly Parton has? And also that there's variation in skulls anyway. They just pick like one model. Literally, no, they're so full of it. Oh, this was absolutely wild that this happened. Transvestigators went after Dylan Mulvaney. Transvestigators have reverse transvestigated Dylan Mulvaney to conclude that she must have been born a woman, forcibly transitioned to male as a kid, then transitioned to female in adult. I see soft female clavicles despite the crazy low body fat and a female neck on this probable double flipper. Brow ridge and 5 o'clock shadow are easily added via surgery and hormones. Energy from eyes screams female as well. Thoughts? I mean, how affirming. Horrible. These people are horrible, right? Vile. That's what they are doing. Like, awful. I hate it. However, for actual trans people, this must be somewhat validating because Dylan gets so much hate and so much transphobia and gets misgendered constantly, and people pick apart the way she looks and use that as a reason and an excuse to misgender her. And I don't understand it. I think they're just small, hateful people. But this, like, reverse transvestigating and saying, like, you can just see that she's a woman. The energy from her eyes, the clavicles, blah, blah, blah. Possibly FMF. There are other body markers to look at as well. Shoulder to hip ratio, leg and arm length, the way their stride and strut presents itself. Sometimes it's very hard because some children are being transitioned before they hit puberty. Yes, that is my theory, that she was denied puberty, which kept the hips narrow and the hormones possibly helped grow the limbs long. Like, as awful as it is, this is just so hilarious. And also, yes, please call all the trans celebrities cis and all the cis celebrities trans. That's a great thing to do. Don't know this person, but apparently a celebrity, pretty high waist and the shoulders are looking oddly for a man. They've gone after a literal bodybuilder. Is Motley Crue doing witchcraft on you and your children? Are they women acting as men? I believe so. Just the entirety of Motley Crue. I mean, they look very classic 80s, like, is that glam rock style? I've heard of Motley Crue. I don't know anything other than I'm aware that they are a band. I would assume they're from the 80s. Yes, they were formed in 1981. They look very 80s. But yes, all of them trans. Imagine discovering your neighbor uploaded your entire family to the Transvestigation Facebook group. Oh, the one where I said I don't know who these people are, but what they said is horrible. They're pretty sure these are all men. I'll focus on the ugliest abomination, blah, 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 blah. I'm glad I'm not showing the photos because apparently that's just a local family that somebody put up on the Transvestigation group. It's one thing going after celebrities where you're taking already public images of this already public figure, and it's horrible, like this transvestigation concept. But with celebrities, the one consistent thing they have is that celebrities are trans, and that's why they're famous, because they sold their cisness to be trans kind of vibe. And you're taking things that are already online and just putting them up. I still don't agree with it, but this I think is on another level of weird and horrible, because these are not celebrities. These are not people who post themselves publicly. And then it also breaks the one consistent rule that transvestigators have, is that it's celebrities who are trans. Post Malone. I was going to say, is there nobody they won't go after? But literally no, because they think all celebrities. Post Malone, FTM trans man, a bearded lady who makes music with other secretly transgender, demonically possessed entities. Post Malone is a woman with a vagina pretending to be a man performing witchcraft on our children. Wake up. Spiritual warfare. They want to transform the future generations into androgynes. They want us to sterilize ourselves and become abominations like them. I just think they need to speak to somebody, because that's not like a regular pattern of thoughts to have about random people and strangers. Oh, what is this? Oh, this explains the different ways of walking. So based on the thing of like there being a gap and no gap, I would assume the left, like the yellowy skeleton, is female, and the right one, the white skeleton, is male. Wow. Honestly, the skeleton doesn't matter. Anybody of any gender, any assigned sex, any skeletal composition could walk in either of those ways. And they do, because not all women will walk like the left and not all men will walk like the right. It's so bizarre. Truth never sleeps. Wow. They must think that's so cool. Was Margaret Thatcher inverted MT? 100%. 100%! Margaret Thatcher. Yes, the woman who brought in Section 28. No, she's trans. God damn. Well, that was a lot, wasn't it? Did we like that? How did we feel about that video? Wow. Everybody's trans. Even the transphobes, even the clearly, definitely trans people who are already out. Nope, they double transitioned. Nobody is free from this. The most feminine celebrity women are called men. The most masculine celebrity men are called women, simply because they're celebrities and they try and grasp onto random tiny little straws of like,
his nostrils are too small.
Literally, that is what it's going to become. It's already there. I've not seen the nostril one, but I have seen ones just as ridiculous. But yeah, that was another dive into transvestigators. I'm sure it won't be our last, because honestly, every time I do it, it gets weirder and weirder. So I feel like the weirdness can't stop. It's just gonna keep going. That's what happens when things don't stop. Sorry, I'm completely thrown by this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, think about giving a thumbs up and subscribing, but no pressure. And if you do want some brand new buds for your ears, then go to this wonderful link or click the one in the description box for up to 30% off site-wide. Oh yes. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Much love. Bye.